Welcome to this video lesson about the writing process. Yay! In this video, we'll talk about the 5 steps in the writing process, and in the end, I'll give you a few questions that you can reflect on before we discuss them in our next class session. Now, the writing process is unique to each writer. There are 5 basic steps, but they can be done sometimes in a different order, and sometimes they can be repeated to make writing most effective. What's important is that we understand each of the steps and we look for areas to improve our writing. A good place to start is planning and research. This is where we answer important questions that will help keep our writing focused. We will also identify the document's subject, purpose, readers, context, and use. In this class, all of our assignments have some sort of purpose, some sort of real-life application that will help you prepare for the business world and communication, specifically communication in the business world. And in this class, we'll even tailor it more to agricultural communication. So it should be a lot of fun. Okay, so that we have some tips here on how to be more effective in our planning and research. Sharpen your purpose statement into a 1-sentence statement that will guide your entire research and drafting of the document. This is advice that comes right from our book. There's lots of great advice in there, so make sure that you actually read your textbook. Also, provide only the information that your readers are actually going to need in order to take action and make a decision. We're going to work on being as concise as possible in every step of the writing process. Okay, so like I said, every assignment we do has a purpose. Here are some of our assignments here on the left-hand column and some purpose statements. Take a minute now to match them up. All right, nicely done. You'll see that you've matched up correctly. The cover letter's purpose is to introduce yourself and explain how you would benefit the employer. The proposal's purpose is to convince someone to implement or support a change. And the resume's purpose is to demonstrate your skills and knowledge and strengths that will be valuable to a future potential employer. All right, moving on to the organizing and drafting step. So basically this is where we organize our thoughts and ideas and shape them into documents that are going to be familiar to your readers, so when they get that document, they know exactly what it is, what its purpose is, and what they need to do with it. You can use your computer. There's lots of tips in our book on different ways to organize your thoughts and ideas. Also, if you prefer to write it out, you can do that. Just remember, all assignments will be submitted in electronic form to K-State Online. Improving the style is the next step in the writing process. In this class, we will focus on plain style and persuasive style. Plain style stresses clarity and accuracy, and it gets right to the point. Persuasive style is designed to motivate readers. When will we use each of these? Well, the resume is plain style, so is the analytical report and the activity report. We'll use persuasive style for the cover letter and the proposal. Designing the document. This is where we will write for a busy reader and will make it easy for them to get the facts that they need. There's different ways we can do this. We'll discuss more of this in later chapters and lessons in class, but just know now that your graded assignments will each have some element of design. Revising and editing is where you will improve the clarity, accuracy, and grammar of your document. You'll do this by rereading everything multiple times yourself, and it's always good to have others also look over your work before submitting it. There's different types of editing. First, we have revising, which is where you reconsider the subject and the purpose of your document. It's good to ask yourself, what does your reader actually need to know? Where will your document be used? Next, we have substantive editing, where you can improve the content, organization, and design of your document. Ask yourself, is your document in a familiar format for your readers? Do you have a complete introduction, body, and conclusion? Copy editing is where you rework your document to make it easier to read. This includes reviewing the text and graphics to make them as concise and clear as possible, which will make your entire document more effective. And finally, proofreading. It's a simple thing, but it's really important that you read it over and look for mistakes. Also, just look for ways to make sentences sound more clear and easy to understand. You need to do this multiple times, and also if you can get some friends or some classmates to also proofread for you. And we'll do some of this in class as well. Remember, use whatever works best for you, printed copy or read directly off the computer. Well, that's it. It's a pretty simple process. So refer back to this video if you want to look over the basics. These are also outlined in your textbook, and we'll be practicing throughout the entire semester. Now, before class, I want you to think about your personal goals for AgCom 400 this semester. I want you to come to class prepared to discuss these two questions. The first one, what communication skills would you like to develop in this class? This includes writing, but think about other types of communication that you think you'll use as you start your career. Also, I want you to think about which step in the writing process would you like to focus on and really improve. Well, that's about it. So come to class ready to discuss these two thoughts, and we'll do an exercise with them. I'll see you in class.